Hi guys, welcome to UX1. Today I had a question about UX bootcamps. Are they worth it or not? So let's just go through this. UX design bootcamps are usually run by various organizations or institutes, as they call them, but they can be of varying quality. Now, the first criteria for a UX bootcamp is that you have the time and the money. So if you've got the time, i.e. if you've got the 9 months or a year, and you've got the money, and a substantial amount of money, some of these boot camps cost about $7,000, $10,000, $12,000. So you need to have the money, the time, and be able to survive throughout that period without much income, or at least some level of income from a support network like a family or a part-time job. But because your focus will be fully on UX design, you really need to be, I would say, financially in a position to do it. So that's the first criteria. The second thing is, when you go to a bootcamp, you need to check that the instructors are qualified, they're experienced, and that they will give you the support that you're looking for. If they don't give you the support that you're looking for, and it's just a tick box exercise, and that's why you see mixed reviews for bootcamps online. You see some where people have really succeeded, others where people gave up because they didn't get the support. And it's not like going to university where you get a lot more support. So it really depends on the institute that's running the bootcamp. Now, in terms of that support network, it's really, really crucial, and people don't really talk about this much, but you really need a support network. Now, I know a lot of these bootcamps have like Facebook groups, but you need a bit more than a Facebook group to get through this if you're going to be spending that kind of money. Now, if you're doing it outside of a bootcamp, you're doing it through online courses, or you're doing it through self-study, then you're not really expecting that level of support because you're not paying for it. You know, you get what you pay for. So if you're paying nothing, or paying for an online course for $500 or $800 or $1,000 or $2,000, then the level of support will be according to that amount of investment. So boot camps are expensive, and just as they are expensive, they should be giving that support. Now, another thing that you really need to notice is that people forget is that boot camps are not a foolproof solution or a 100% guarantee to get a job as a UX designer. So it's not a guarantee, because I personally believe the one thing people need that people really forget about, and my dad used to say this to me, he used to say that 50% of success is determination and passion. So I really believe that half of your job to get into UX design or UI design or user researcher is wanting it, being hungry for it, having the passion. The other half is the actual work. Because if you have the drive, you'll get up earlier, you'll study more, you'll research more, you'll practice more. And that's really, really, really key to getting there. So bootcamp or no bootcamp, you need that passion anyway. Then the next thing is, whilst you're doing your UX design bootcamp, are you able to follow through with the tasks? So are you mentally ready to do that? You don't have any distractions in your life. I've seen people trying to study even for university or UX whilst they're going through a breakup, a divorce, or they've got a mourning in the family or financial issues. It's really, really hard to focus when you have something like that. So if you're going to go for a boot camp, make sure there's no major obstacles in your life. We all have issues, we all have problems, but nothing that's so difficult for you to get over that it will affect your concentration on the actual requirements of the 9 months or a year that you need to focus. Now, one other thing I want to really highlight here is, when you're going to decide whether you want a boot camp or not, what you need to choose is this going to be led by an instructor that's going to give you one-to-one support, or is it just a Facebook group? So you need to check that. Are you going to have a tutor that's going to give you not only one-to-one support, but mentoring? So you need a mentor if you're going to be investing that level of time and money to get there. So just check that and make sure that there is some kind of mentoring going on. And then the next thing, which is really, really crucial here, is, are they going to help you get your job? There's a lot of people that I know of, and those people online that are talking about this on blogs, where yes, they did the boot camp, they did the course, but there was no support to actually get a job, and they had to apply themselves. And some people have applied hundreds of times and eventually got in. Some people gave up. So it's really about your own determination, but also what are the job prospects from that institute. If they're saying they're an institute, they should be able to give you some level of support to get your first job in UX design, obviously at a junior position, but they should be able to support that so that you're not struggling with, finding your first job after you've learnt everything. Now, do they actually teach you everything you need to know? There are a lot of boot camps that are really 50% theory, 50% practical, and that's really good. The practical side is great because you really need some practice. You really, as I said, practice makes perfect. The more practice you can get at a boot camp, the better. But you can also do that on your own or through an online course. So there's no real hard and fast rule whether boot camps are good or bad. I'd say each to their own. Really do your own research and think about the pros and cons, weigh out whether it's really worth it for you, and then go from there. I hope that was useful, guys. If this video is beneficial, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like and follow and share with your friends and family. And I'll see you on the next one. This is 1UX1.com.